position you all nicely and get my messages up. Ooh, all over. Live chat. It's a little bit of a spur of the moment thing. Let's see who pops in, if anybody pops in. Keep me occupied while I'm stuck in lockdown. It's just me on my own. Nobody to talk to. Oh, someone's in the room. Let's see what my messages are doing and see if anyone says hello. Hello. Hello, hello. I decided to do a live stream because I'm still stuck in the house. I did not go on my adventure with Imo today as I had hoped I would do. Both myself and Lee's lateral flows were positive again today. So I'm very bored of COVID and figured why not do a live stream? Chat to my peoples. Probably everybody's at work and busy doing worky things, you know, like real life things. But I didn't think it would hurt to do a little live stream and see if anybody was about. We have somebody in. Oh, we have 2 people in. Feel free to say hello and I shall chat back to you. I've been very busy actually, even though I've not been able to go anywhere or do anything. I have been scrubbing the conservatory, dealing with some gardening bits, generally giving the house a good clean. Been doing a bit of spring cleaning, which is good because it gets rid of all the germs. Yes, just doing little things to keep me occupied while I'm stuck in the house. I can't go anywhere. Oh, we've only got 1 person in. Hello. It's probably not the best time, is it, really, to be doing a live stream? At what time is it? 1 o'clock? 1:30? 2 o'clock? 2:30, in fact. 2:30 in the afternoon when everybody's working. It might just be a very short one. I might go and do a jigsaw. Could do that, couldn't I? I haven't done a puzzle in ages. The sun's nice out there though. If I'm going to be off for a week randomly with the plague, then at least the sun's been out and I can enjoy it. I have been chasing the sun quite a lot. Oh, who have we got in? We've got Lynn Telford, also stuck in with COVID. Well, I'll be on day 10 on Sunday at midnight. My 10 days officially ends. Good afternoon, Tink. Mod reporting for duty. Good, good. Like to see that you're on the ball. Well done, that man. Who else have we got in here? Nikki, hello, and Northern Flicker, hello. So how are you feeling, Lynn? Are you doing okay? So technically, I can't even think what day it is. I think I've got, well, Sunday at midnight, my 10 days ends. And I know we don't have to do the 10 days and we can go off and do whatever we please whenever we please. But I just have this moral compass that is telling me, no, do not go and infect people, knowing that you are infectious. I've had a couple of moments where we've had negative and then the next day positive again on the lateral flows. I was really hoping to get out and about today. And that's just not happened. I've had to do a shout out on my village Facebook group to see if anyone can bring us bread because dum dum dum, we now have a full set. Brendan has tested positive as well. So all 4 of us got positive tests and we're stuck. Can't go anywhere. Stuck home, feeling sorry for ourselves. They're all entertaining themselves doing, you know, gadgety things. Kenzie's actually gone up into the loft. He has made me something for Mother's Day because obviously he couldn't go shopping because we've not been able to drive him anywhere. And we now can't take him anywhere tomorrow or even Sunday. So with Mother's Day on the horizon, he's made something for me using Brendan's 3D printer. And he's asked me, since he couldn't get any spray paint to finish his project, if we had any acrylic paint, and we do have acrylic paint. So I've just given him the acrylic paint and he's gone up into the loft, into like the little hobby room that Brendan's kind of turned my loft into, like a little hobby room. And he's up there working on my Mother's Day gift, which is really sweet. Doctor phoned and said it could be a lot of things. Oh, okay. What have I missed? Nikki not feeling very well? Let's have a look. You got something, but you don't know what it is. Oh, I hope you're not feeling too rubbish, Nikki. The Crabby Hermit. Hello, Crabby Hermit. How is Brendan? Anything new on that thin line? Yes, he's got the full works now, Tink. It's a thick line today. I did suspect that after... I know they say don't read the test after a certain amount of time, but I could see a faint, look like a pencil line on it, and Kenzie could see it, and Lee was like, I don't know if I can see it, but Brendan and Kenzie and I were like, we can see it. But he'd already gone into work by that point, and it was like it was past time. And then he did another test at work when we rang him, and he said, no, it's clear. And then he went back and looked at the test after the time and said, there's a very faint thin line on it. And I said, yeah, I reckon you've got it, and it will be positive tomorrow. So then he came home from work, his usual time, and then he got up about 11:30 this morning, took a test, and was like, yo, look, I've got a line. So there you go. You're not being left out after all. Welcome to the club. I answered your question. Yes, Nikki, are they going to do blood tests maybe? Mine started on Saturday, still sore throat, still get peaks of energy and things. I've not really been very tired, to be honest. The day I came down with it, so Thursday, I put the kids down for their naps, and then I went and lay on the bed thinking I'd read, which is always lethal, really, because reading makes me sleepy. And then I thought, no, I'll just watch a video, and I started watching a video about the increased numbers in the UK. I think it was a Dr. what's his name, John Campbell video, and I fell asleep, and I dozed and woke up, and then realised that I'd been dozing, which is fine. The kids are all safe. It's not like I was neglecting them. They were having their naps, but I did not want to get up. When I woke up, I thought, I do not want to move. I do not, and I knew it was like this feels weird. I just don't want to get up. And I'd got the sore throat, and then the headache started in the evening. And by that point, by the time the headache had started, I'd taken the test and I knew I'd got it. But other than that, I've not really been overly tired. In fact, we've been waking up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock every day. And then, I did doze back off again at about, I think I snuggled up to Lee. He was playing an old Back to the Future retro point and click game in bed, and I just kind of snuggled up to him at 10 o'clock, I think it was. I woke up again at 11. Thought, oh, I better get up and do stuff. But I've been awake since 7, and that's how we've been. We've been like up at the crack of dawn and feeling like it's lunchtime at 10 o'clock because we've been up that long. And that's the other thing, is like I've been getting up and laying in bed, and then I hear the school kids go past and think, oh God, what are the kids doing? And then realising it's actually the time to go to school. But I feel like it's halfway through the day already because we've been up for so long. So yeah, I don't know, we've not felt tired really. You poor lot, I know. So how far is your daughter into the cycle then, Diane? Where was I going to go with IMO? Well, I'm not going to say, because we still want to do it. And we just like to just be a bit cautious as to where we're going. Not that I think anyone's really that interested that they're going to go and be Fruit Loopy, but you never know, really. And obviously, IMO, it's just her either on her own, or it's her and Izzy, and so we're just a little bit more cautious, because being a single woman, at home on her own or with her daughter, we wouldn't want anyone peculiar kind of harassing her. So we just try and keep things a little bit hush hush until we've been to the place, and then we obviously say where we've been. But yeah, it was sort of a midway point. We were going to go and do something fun at a midway point, but we've rebooked it. We've rebooked a date in April to try again, basically. We'll give it another go, and hopefully everything will be fine. Oh, it's your daughter's second dose as well. How poorly has she been with it? Kenzie's second dose, and he doesn't seem too bad. I've told him it's not like Pokemon. he seems to think he needs to collect every variant going. I was like, you don't need to do that, love. It's not something that you have to collect like Pokemon. BBC website just said 1 in 16. That doesn't surprise me. It was 1 in 20 when I caught it. That's what they were saying. And I know so many people. I mean, I thought I knew a lot of people with it back months ago, like Christmas time. But now it's almost like every other person who I have a conversation with has got it. It's just gone crazy. Still avoiding the membership in that particular club. Do you know what? I was avoiding it, and I was beginning to think that you kind of get a little bit like, oh, it's never going to happen. And I was poorly at the beginning of February, nasty cold, thought, oh, this is it. Tested, nothing, just nasty cold. Then at the end of February, I got poorly again, and I was like, no, this will be it, nothing. So this third time round, I was like, I'm testing, but I don't expect it to be it, because every other time in the last month that I've felt poorly, it's just been these colds, and all the kids were snotty-nosed, and I knew it was in the primary school. I knew it was going, well, it was in all the schools, but I knew in particular it was going through the primary school, and obviously it's a small village primary school, and I've got probably about a fifth of the kids attending my setting, so the chances were quite high that it was going to be brought into us. But again, we spend so much time outside that reduces the spread, or the likelihood of it spreading. But yeah, a whole bunch of us came down with it on the same day. So we've all sort of caught it at the same time, I think. And Lee's boss, he had it, and someone else at work had it on the Monday, and then we were testing positive on the Thursday. So Lee might have caught it from work at the same time as I caught it from one of the kids. We just don't know, but it's so many people just seem to be hit with it now. Luckily escaped COVID so far here in Oregon. Doesn't sound fun. Do you know, some people have been really poorly. I've done quite well. Hi, Karen. And hello, Whittle Bunny. And hello, Caroline B. To be honest, oh, she's day 6. Probably to be expected. Yeah, she might still be feeling a bit rubbish right now. To be honest, I think Lee and I have had a really not mild dose, so it's just not affected us too badly. I felt rubbish for the first few days, and he felt rubbish for the first few days, and my voice was virtually non-existent. Well, it wasn't that it was non-existent, it just sounded really weird. It was really croaky for the first few days. Once the headache had gone, then I was fine. I was just wanting to get up and do things, and I can't say I'm excessively tired. I mean, I was out on the roof yesterday scrubbing the conservatory roof, and I've been out there scrubbing the panels of the conservatory and the decking. So I've been out doing that. I mean, I might find that I'm more tired when I'm running around after the kids next week. I don't know. I don't feel tired now. Yeah, Karen, I really was looking forward to going and seeing him though. I really was. But I kind of expected that it would turn positive again, because so many people I know saying, oh, got a negative, and then they messaged and gone, no, it's gone positive again. So I kind of didn't want to get my hopes up, and it was going to be really lucky if we did. And the line was so faint this morning, it was like a pencil line, but it was there. So Lee's was darker, Lee's was obvious, but mine was like, yeah, there is a line, but it was one of those you have to turn it in the light. No, it is a line. I'm not going to risk it. Oh, thank you. Yes, please. Lots of these. Just so tired, but she has had a second, and she has a 2 and 3 year old. And yeah, I feel really sorry for a lot of these mums that have got COVID and have got young kids, or and dads if they're the main carer as well. But I know so many mums out there who are poorly themselves and still looking after toddlers, and I imagine you can't recover quickly if you're running around after toddlers. Ozzy's mum had it, came down with it Thursday like I did, and she's obviously had to look after Ozzy and his brother, and then his teenage sister as well. So she's probably not had any rest whatsoever because she's just not able to. And I think the fact that I've been able to rest so much is probably what has meant that I've not got so poorly, maybe. Gravik, hello, and Anika Lunn. Just joining the after doing the weekly shop, so missed the info, but clearly not with Imo. No, clearly not with Imo. No, yeah, not happened. Got another positive test, and so did Lee. So we were negative yesterday. Also looks like Mother's Day's out the window. To be fair, I've messaged my mum and I said it's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening. My brother and sister-in-law were down from Cambridge as well. So I will see them briefly because they've rescued a rooster and it's being rehomed in the village. So it's coming all the way down from Cambridge with them to somebody. It's a particular type of rooster that is a particular breed that is used for fighting, and it tends to basically fight with everything except for the females of its species. And it's incredibly friendly with people. It thinks it's a human, but it doesn't get on with other animals. It just attacks all the other animals. And this particular person in the village has a sort of stables and what have you, and she has chickens, and she's got several of these chickens, like the hens that are the same breed. And so she knows the breed well, and she was saying she would happily home him and he can have a nice life with the girls that she's got, and he'll have his own little harem of hens. So he's being brought here on Sunday, on Mother's Day. So we're going to have to do a handover in the garden, because the person who this rooster's going to is going to be at her mum's for Mother's Day. So she said, I'll bring over a crate and then he can go in the crate and then she'll pick him up from me later. So I will briefly see my brother and sister-in-law. But my sister-in-law is vulnerable. She has sort of a medical condition. So I'll stay well away from both of them. And I'll give my brother my mum's Mother's Day gift and card, and he can take it over to mum on their way over there. But it's a shame because we were all going to get together and have a family gathering. That's not happening. And Lee's now sent flowers over to his mum, which I think are being delivered on Saturday, because he's not going to be able to go and visit her. It's just not worth the risk. We are planning on rearranging our adventure. Imo and I, yes, we are. That is the plan. We've got a date in April set now. I hope that wasn't another bit of my tooth broken. Butterbean Head, hello. How are you doing? Had a temperature and shivers and thought that's it. Yeah, just keep an eye on the tests, Bunny, because I think it takes about. I had symptoms for 2 days, and then the third day I tested positive. Charlene, hello. Did I just see a message had come up from you, Charlene? But I can't go into it. Did you send me a message on something else? Charlene is my friend, my real life friend in real life. I know in real life, like. How the boys think? They're doing fine. Yeah, Brendan's now come down with it. His was positive today. Did I say that? I don't know if I'm repeating myself for those that have come in later. So he has come down with it and he's doing okay. He's a bit snuffly at the moment. He said he does think a headache's coming. He's gutted because we've run out of bread, so I had to do a shout out on the village group to see if someone would bring us some bread, and Finn and Harvey and Beth's mum has messaged and said she could bring us some bread later. So Brendan was wanting to make a toasty, like he makes these pizza toasties, so he makes toast and then he puts like tomato paste and cheese and bits on the top and toasts it and makes like a pizza toasty. Very nice. I used to do it a lot in my teens. I bet the other animals keep telling him you're a rooster, you know. They probably do. We had a chicken, well, we had two chickens, Gertrude and Matilda. And Gertrude was really, she just used to waltz in, and if you were sitting in the living room on the sofa with your food on your lap, she would just come and pull lettuce leaves off the side of your plate and things like that. She had no manners. Oh, well, happy birthday, Bunny, for Sunday. Tomorrow, because I don't want my little cousin to get sick. No, you don't want to. It's just not worth it. And your dad as well, yeah. No, it's just not worth it. And I know there's no regulations now on us having to stay in, but I couldn't go out knowing that we were still positive and, still contagious. Just doesn't sit right with me at all. And the thing is, no one's going to be testing come the 1st of April. Well, very soon after the 1st of April, no one's going to do any testing because you're going to have to start buying the tests. So then what's going to happen? We're all just going to be having, and this is the thing, like I feel, and Lee feels the same, like we could have easily gone back to work 2 days ago. We feel fine ourselves. We would not normally not work with just the slight snottiness that we've got. We would have been like, oh, we can go back to work now. But our tests are still positive, so we're clearly still breathing out the contagious stuff. And that's, 7 days? Something like that, 8 days after first testing positive. So, I don't know, there's going to be a lot of people walking around with it, but it, and that's fine if you're not one of the vulnerable people that it really badly affects, or if you're not one of these people that gets hit really hard with it, because Lee and I, like I said, we've not been too bad, but I've got a couple of other friends who have got it at the moment, and we keep messaging each other, and they've suffered really, really badly. Or if you've got elderly people that you're looking after, or vulnerable people that you're looking after, or if you're immunocompromised, then it's going to be a real risk for you because you're just not going to be able to avoid it. Hello, dear.
Hello.
Lee's waltzing around. Are you bored now, dear?
I'm bored for the last week.
He's been bored for the last week. He's not used to just being here.
Prisoner.
You wouldn't have coped, would you? When you had to keep going to work, you wouldn't have coped being here every day, not being able to go anywhere. He always says, oh, well, I had to work through the whole thing. But there's no way he would have, he can barely cope with this week being stuck in the same four walls. At least when he was going to work, he was seeing something different set of four walls.
I think detained at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Like a caged animal pacing.
Could ask Laura for Hot Wheels as well.
I can't do the whole going out when poorly because you're mixing with a lot of other people. Yeah, I don't want to get other people sick. I have heard that is the benefit of having the vaccine is more of a bad cold. Yes, so what they say is the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting it, but it just reduces your chance of getting seriously ill. But there are some people that can't have the vaccine because of their immunocompromised situation, and then I feel really sorry for them because they can't have the vaccine, not by choice, but because they physically can't have it. And there are going to be people just waltzing around, breathing it all over them because you don't have to isolate, you don't have to test. And those people have still got to go and get their food shopping and everything else. And I know it's like anything else. You could say something about a tummy bug or just a cold or anything. They have to do that with everything. But this is more than a cold. For most people, it is more than a cold. Yeah. It's tough. It's a really hard one. You didn't message. Oh, I thought something popped up. You didn't message. Did you just put something on Facebook or something then, Charlene? Or maybe it comes up. I had this thing flash up on the top of the screen and it said Charlene Gascoigne, and then it had like this message and it was in red, but I thought you'd maybe replied to my Facebook message. Tink says hi, Lee. David, I'm good, thank you. How are you? I hear you going on another adventure. Tink says hi.
Hi.
He's waving. Going on another adventure. I just noticed Lindsay's post before I came live saying that you lot were going off in Desmond Put another donder. What's up, Lee? Hang in there from Northern Flicker. Butterbean's head says, hello, Lee.
Hello.
Caroline's done her invoices for April. Oh, yeah. It's nearly payday, isn't it?
It's me. Today's payday.
Payday's for you today, is it?
Yeah, and I can't go out and do it.
Oh, you
MOT
have to
day
save
as well.
your... Yeah, well, Lee was supposed to have his car on for an MOT, but it's not been picked up, so I'm assuming they're not coming. They haven't taken it. They don't want his car.
So they don't want my money either.
So, yes, his car's not being picked up by the look of it. It's getting a bit late now. Invoices, yes. I don't think I'm going to be invoicing very much this month, am I? Because I had Monday off last week. Last week because I was away with Darren and Keith, and then I've just had another week and a bit off, haven't I? Thursday and I don't know. My bank account's not going to be looking very happy. Had to close for a week as son had COVID, then had to close for 2 days this week due to stomach bug. I'm off for a week in April. So yeah, Caroline, you're in the same situation then. Yeah, invoices are going out, but it's not going to be very lucrative. So thankfully, because obviously Brendan and Kenzie aren't going anywhere next week, I can open. So on Thursday when I came down with COVID, that's when the rules changed to say that I could open with someone in the house with COVID, as long as we kept them apart and as long as it wasn't me. So that's been something. It means that I'm not piggybacking like 2 weeks, otherwise I wouldn't be able to open next week either under the old rules. And to be honest, we spend so much time out anyway. Casey and you had COVID a couple of weeks back. Yeah, I remember I was at the park and one of the kids said, Casey's got COVID. Both still suffering from side effects, bad headaches and tiredness. Oh no. I have to say, the headaches were not nice, but they've gone now for me. And I've got a heavy chest, like it feels heavy here, and I think my voice is still a little bit croaky. I can feel, when I talk, I feel like a rattly thing just here. But other than that, I think I've got away quite lightly. Lee's snotty and snuffly, but that seems to be his weakness anyway, is snuffliness. But Kenzie was saying he still has fatigue, not fatigue as such, but gets out of breath easily from the COVID he had in October, and now he's got it again. I'm like, hope it doesn't make him even more breathless. Caged animal. Trying to get out more in Desmond, but they messed up your prescription. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear. I hope they get that sorted for you, David, because I know what it's like when you haven't got what you need. But I know going out in Desmond does help, doesn't it? Still 4 walls, but different. Lee can't be caged. Lee, you're not alone. My dad's the same. No, and it's funny because it's not even like he's an outdoorsy person. He just wants to be able to leave. I mean, he's happy to just go to Asda. You know. Thank you, dear. On a Sunday or something, you can almost see him looking for a reason to leave the house and go, I'm going to Asda for something, don't you?
Yeah.
He just
to get out.
Just needs to go to do something, whereas going to Asda is like I really need to go to Asda. I wouldn't go just to get out of the house. You do put fuel in, yeah. Whereas I need to get out and go for a walk in the nature. And that's what I'm missing, is getting out and doing nature. Although I am away with Daryl and Keith again, the 1st, 2nd and 3rd. So I go Friday morning and I'll be back Sunday afternoon. So it won't be a very long one, but yeah, that's the plan. We'll just have a few nights away, or a few days away, and some walking in and what have you. So I'll get my dose of nature and van life at the same time. Sandra, I didn't know I was doing a live stream either. It's spur of the moment because I'm stuck in. I can't go anywhere. My plans to go out with Imo today were obviously scuppered. I got up nice and early this morning, did my test, and there's a very faint line, and Lee did his test and it's a strong line, so I messaged Imo because she was having to leave at 8 o'clock in the morning to catch the train to where we were meeting. And so I messaged her and said, abort mission, we're not coming. So yeah, gutted. We were really holding on to, when I got that negative test yesterday, I was like, yes, it might actually happen. So we've rebooked for next month, and we'll get together next month. Lee taking up baking. I don't know if he's ever baked. I'm sure he has baked a cake. Hello, Evan. How's things? I take it the get together with Imo is out. Yes. Somebody had another positive test today. So I had to abort mission. Time to get up and finish cleaning. Go for it, Bunny. That's what I've been doing all morning. Well, not actually, because I had a doze. So yeah, all afternoon really I've been cleaning, and I decided I was going to stop and do a live stream. Not good, you're still positive, although it's nice to chat to you. Yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to pop on and, you know, catch up with people. I haven't done a live stream in ages. Sea to Sky, sorry to see you must still be testing positive. Yes, I am. I work half a day on Friday morning, and Friday is my invoice day, so I feel your pain. That is something I could do later on, actually, is invoice people. What date is it, actually? I've lost track. It's the 30th. It's I've got another week to go. It's the 20-something today, isn't it? Something like that. Charlene, are you still here? Do you need any milk? I have an abundance of milk, and if you are picking Casey up from school later, you could come and take some of my milk away from me. It really is ridiculous. I've got something like 8 cartons. You know, the thin 2-pinters, is it? Whatever it is. But Charlene, please, if you need milk, come and take it away from me, because it's getting ridiculous. There's no room in the fridge. Most of it is full of milk. Donnie, how's the arm? Still attached? Not chopped anything else off on your what is it called, DIY missions? How does Kenzie feel about his GCSEs coming up? He doesn't seem overly bothered, to be honest. Holly's not long done her second lot of mocks. He's got another mock on Monday, but obviously he won't be in for it. I feel good actually to know that he's had COVID, like we've all had COVID now, because that means the chance of him getting COVID during his GCSEs is so low. You know, kind of feel like we've got it out the way, and that's not going to interfere with his GCSEs now. Oh, Imo's gone out on an adventure without me. A message has popped up. I won't tell you where she is, because, you know, that's private. But I've just had a message pop up on my screen, and she said since she was packed up and ready to go on an adventure, she's gone out on an adventure without me. Good for her, I say. So you should be having a fun adventure video just of Imo's. Oh, she's sending me photos, but I can't see what they are. David Smith, sorry to see you're still at home. I know, right? Oh, it's that David. Oh, David that emails me, David. I just because I've seen the bus and the doodah and the Isle of Man thing. I have to remember you're a David Smith. Anuka, yeah, we're doing all right. We're just a bit bored, that's all. 9 items on the repeat. They sent me the other 3, hopefully sorted by 4 p.m. Oh, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Glad I went live. It's 8 a.m. here, and I'm enjoying a coffee and a lovely chat with you all. Well, I just thought I'll do an hour. Then I might even get a jigsaw puzzle out. You know, really rock the boat. What? No, rock the boat. What was it? Push the boat out. Get my. Is it a euphemism? No, something else, isn't it? Get my phrases. My idiom. Idiom? Is it an idiom? My phrase is muddled. I'm getting my phrases muddled. But yeah, I might do a puzzle at the kitchen table. Really exciting stuff. It's nothing compared to what I had planned. A really nice day out planned. But no point dwelling on it. It's not happened. I have been quite productive though in getting lots of jobs done. I mean, it is spring and I've been spring cleaning. Everything's been dusted, and I bleached, like I gave the bathroom a really good clean, and I bleached our room, and I bleached the banisters and the walls and doors, and you know, like the sort of deep clean that you don't get to do very often because you have a set amount of time and you've got appointments and various other things happening, so you just do the basics. So I had a pretty good clean. And the conservatory's obviously been having a really good scrub. I have put my foot through the decking today. I was just saying to Lee, we need to order new decking boards to replace some of the decking that is rotten and that the rats have been gnawing on. And then I went out there and put my heel through one bit of decking. So I said to him that's going to have to be done sooner rather than later. I need to order some decking boards. I'll get them delivered because they're not going to fit in the van, are they? I wouldn't have thought. Might as well just get them delivered. And then I need to do that. That'll be a project one weekend, is removing panels. I think what I'm going to do is remove a panel at a time because they're already cut to size, and then just use that as a template, cut it to the size, drill the holes through the holes that are already in the old one, then bin that one and number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then work my way down the decking strip out the front, and it should all just slot in one after another. That's my thinking. So that'll probably be something I do over the next couple of weeks. There's a video for you watching me redo the decking. Yeah, good for Imo. Yeah, no, that's what I say. Good for her getting out there, living the dream. David, you're out drinking tea and eating cake again, are you? David, quite often, instead of commenting on the actual video, he tends to email me his comments. So I usually get an email from David most evenings. And if I'm in a position to reply, then I will always reply. And he often sends me pictures via email on a Saturday morning of lots of cakes, just to, you know, taunt me really, because he likes to go out for tea and cake on a Saturday morning. So he just shows me these photos of tea and cake. And I'm trying to be good and not eat too much cake. Says me, I'm trying to be good. I'm really not trying to be good. If anyone has watched Campervan Tales video that came out today, and if you haven't, you should. It's of us in Maryport. So it's the aquarium, Maryport dock, or port, and having tea and cake over on Campervan Tales channel with Daryl and Keith. That went out first thing this morning, and there's Daryl taking the mickey out of me, telling everybody all the bad stuff that I've eaten whilst I'm stuffing crumble into my mouth, apple crumble into my mouth. Yeah, so go and watch it. If you want to see a different view of our trip to Maryport when we were in the lakes last week, then yeah, go and check it out. It's your modus operandi. What are we talking about, Tink? I'm behind on the chat here. My modus operandi. Odin's Ravens for us in the evening. Odin's Ravens? Is that a place? Is that where you're going? Watching this, having a break from food hygiene course. We have just been told, oh, you've got an environmental health inspection. So I've just noticed there's an email's come through from Oxfordshire County Council saying that we can do free food hygiene course. It's being offered for free at the moment, and I keep thinking I must get onto that and book it because I think it finishes at the end of the month. I think mine runs out this year. I need to also do the second part of my safeguarding because it's all online, and now I need to book the generalist. The generalist safeguarding I need to rebook. So I've done the online bit that I could do, and now I have to book a webinar, but they were all full. So I can't book a webinar. I need to wait for some more dates to be released. But that's another thing I need to do. Hello, bird nest. Sort of lurking because it's hard to type in bed. Oh no, your back's out. I'm sorry to hear that. Sandra? Oh, my sister's in. What's up, sis? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? My sister's in the room. Yeah, apple crumble. It was so good. I've got real weakness for crumble. No, that was this morning. Oh, David, you've been eating cake. I thought that was on Saturday mornings, or is it just a general morning thing? Hi, Jackie. Anything you need me to Google? Tink is our Google man. Tink with the link, as Minx Laura calls him. Don't worry, Tink. Me and Jackie are going on a hike again very soon, and I'm sure we'll find something that we need you to Google and provide info about. You must like your job. I'm not sure what you get paid in. I've sent you chocolate a couple of times. I'll have to take your whole wad of chocolate up for next time when we do gaming as your payment for being an awesome moderator. A card game. Oh, that's a card game, is it? What was that? Odin's Ravens. Oh, okay. I don't think I know that card game. Is it just a game with a deck of cards, or is it like specific cards that are, you know, like, is it a normal playing card deck? Is that one I mean? In Bristol, we have to do face-to-face safeguarding. Yeah, no, we have to do it normally, but ever since COVID, it's been put onto webinars. So, yeah, no, it's always been face-to-face for us as well. Jackie. Yeah. I don't know what that face was stopped for. Sounds like tarot cards. Yeah. Well, Odin's Ravens. Yeah, it does actually, doesn't it? It does. Right. I shall be on for another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go and do something exciting and riveting, like a puzzle. Lee and I have been really ploughing through the Blacklist. I don't know if any of you have been watching Blacklist. Daryl recommended it to me before Christmas, was going on and on about it, and I was like, but he sends me lists of things that I need to watch. And this was just one of the many things, but he kept messaging me and saying, have you started it yet? Have you started it yet? So Lee and I started it about a month ago and really got into it. And then we reached season 3, episode 15, and then a spin-off series was released called Blacklist Redemption. So we watched Redemption, and now we've gotten back to Blacklist season 3, episode 16. That was a really good episode. And so we're just finishing off season 3. I think that's right. Or was it season 4? I can't remember. It might have been season 4. I can't remember. Anyway, wherever it was that you spin off onto the Redemption line, and then we've dipped back into Blacklist. Now we've watched Redemption. And we're really enjoying it. Lee started to get a bit bored of one of the storylines. And he was like, I want it to go back to kind of the fun, interesting ways of dealing with crimes rather than he wanted to see more of the individual stories again rather than the long running story taking over the whole of the show. And I kind of get what he means. I mean, I like the underlying story that goes through the whole show, you know, because it's character building, isn't it? You know, not my character building, obviously, but building of the characters in the show. But I do like the individual stories as well. So I'm glad we seem to have those back. And also we had a lot of backstory on one of the characters in the last episode we watched. So we'll probably watch a whole bunch of those later on as well. Mostly Saturday. I saw Cam Fantails in the coffee shop. No cake, that's tomorrow. Ah, yes. Well, no cake for me unless anyone fancies making cake. Kenzie might make cake. Yes, I love it. Not normal pack. Odin's 2 ravens work to get the news to Odin. Basically a race where the track changes. Oh, okay. I don't know that one. I might have to Google it. There you go. Tink has already Googled it. Thank you, Tink. Have you ever played it, Tink? You have to really pay attention or you'll miss something. At least I do. What, on Blacklist? Yeah, I see. I'm so far back on it. The annoying thing is that because we've come into this so late, and I know that I'm meant to be paying attention to everything because so many things, like so many twists and turns in it, that we have our theories and like, is he her dad? Is he not her dad? Now he said he's her dad, and I'm like, yeah, but I still don't quite believe that. And I don't know, there's all sorts of things. And so the episode we've just watched was all about Mr. Kaplan, who was the lady. And it was like, well, how she became Mr. Kaplan. And it's been really good to get her backstory. That was really interesting. And that kind of brought a lot of things together. But yeah, it's nothing is as it seems, is it, in that show at all? And you think a lot of the twists I've anticipated. I've gone, that's not happening. This is not happening, or it's making us think this, but I bet that's not the case because there are so many twists that you start to question a lot of things and go, I bet that's not actually. We're being led to believe this, but it's not. If that makes sense. But I'm really enjoying it. Tink, you're so awesome. He is, isn't he? He is awesome. Here's one for you. How do you get ants to stop nesting in your plant pots without killing them? They are, Tink. Work that one out. I don't think you can, Jackie. Not played it before, just looking at it now. It's £15 on Amazon, so we'll take Desmond's recommendation and buy a copy. Or we'll have to play it then on our next games night, Tink. I still miss the lady that did the cleanup. Yeah, that's Mr. Kaplan, the lady who did the cleanup when the show first started. Yes, that's Mr. Kaplan. So I'm at the point where I don't want to give too many spoilers away. She was gone because something happened. And now we've got her backstory and she's on the road. There you go. For those people that might want to watch it, and I don't want to give too much away. Yeah, I think she's got a really good character. I really like her character. It is small enough in footprint for us in the van. It does not go too long either. Oh, that's good. Yes, some games that you can't take out in a van because they just, like Carcassonne. I did do Carcassonne, actually. It's not the only board game I've played in my van, but in Spog's old setup where I had that huge table, myself, Keith, and Dan. Oh, I've got someone calling me. I can't answer. Okay. Can you lot still hear me? Because I can't actually answer my phone. It's ringing at the moment. I'm assuming you can still hear me. I'm not answering. I'll have to call them back in 10 minutes. What was I saying? Yeah, so we did play Carcassonne in the van, actually. 4 of us, when I had the huge table. But, yeah, don't have the huge table anymore. I got rid of it. And it was difficult to play Carcassonne in the van, I have to say. Just because, well, you know what Carcassonne, if anyone who's played Carcassonne, it can spread out and it doesn't matter where you position things on the table, you end up going in a direction where you're going to run out of table space. We made Carcassonne. But tight and no expansions. Yeah, you can't use any expansions. Using citrus fruits. I was going to say citrus, but ants taste like citrus fruit, Tink, so you'd think they'd like citrus fruit, wouldn't you? I made an apple crumble the other day and he only got 1 piece. Yeah, that tends to happen in this house too, Jackie. I have it cold for breakfast. Sprinkle coffee grounds. Oh, there you go. Coffee grounds are brilliant for deterring ants. See, Tink knows his stuff. Okay, sea to sky. Got to go. Feel better soon. Pip and family, have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you for popping in as well. It's been great to have you join us. Peppermint oil gets rid of spiders. A lot of small animals. You may be able to put that close by. Basically, then, she just needs to sprinkle her garden with... She's going to go out there, be gone, as she sprinkles coffee granules and dousing things with peppermint oil and citrus, throwing lemon rinds around the garden. I did at one point go into my loft when I was getting really desperate to get rid of this whole rat situation back in the first lockdown. And I was up there with peppermint oil, like this, be gone, foul demons. It was like exorcising my loft. And then we called the rat man in and he was like, I've never had such a nice smelling loft to go into before. It smells lovely up here. I was like, yeah, I tried peppermint oil, it didn't work. According to Google. She will have the best smelling garden in the hood. She will. If anyone else has got any questions for Tink, feel free to, use his, what's the word I'm looking for? Expertise. Anyone think he'd have a job to do, a real paid 9-to-5 job to do. We just use him for our own needs and benefits. Sorry, Tink. Feeling used and abused. Right. We'll do 10 more minutes and then I'm going to go and do a jigsaw puzzle. Are we talking ants or aunts? Asking for a friend. Ants. Although, you know, you might be able to get rid of ants with peppermint oil and citrus fruit. Don't know. Never tried it. I've never had to get rid of my ants, to be honest. Oh, my tea's nearly finished. For those of you that don't know, Kenzie's up in the loft right now. He's made me a Mother's Day gift because obviously we couldn't take him shopping. And we aren't going to be able to take him shopping now because we're still positive. So he made a gift using Brendan's 3D printer and he's up in the loft finishing it off for me for Mother's Day. I can't wait to see what it is. I'm quite excited. I don't know what he's made me, but he's taken the acrylic paints upstairs. He's sitting up in the loft in the little crafty area that we've got up there now and working on a project. I'll have to show you all on Mother's Day when I finally get to see what it is. Because sometimes it's good to get rid of aunts too. I like all my aunts, I'm alright with them. Yeah, I wonder if growing mint around your garden would deter other insects and bugs. Hello Jason, yeah, I'm feeling really good actually. I'm still testing positive, so I can't go anywhere. So I'm feeling sorry for myself. Woe is me. Seriously, my problems really are nothing in the great scheme of things. It's really not that big of a problem. He's so lovely. Yeah, no, I'm, you know. Is that Kenzie you're saying he's so lovely? He is so lovely. He is. Can't wait to see what he's made me. You and Lee have done a wonderful job with those boys. Oh, thank you. I'm quite proud of them, I have to say. They're turning out to be very nice young men. Brendan is talking about potentially moving into my parents' house, which I know, you know, he needs his own space. He can't stay in a bunk bed with his brother for eternity. And there are no more rooms in this house. So he's talking about renting a room from my mum and dad's. But I will miss him. He's good fun. He chats a lot to me about interesting things, not just gadget related. You know, he talks to me about fun, interesting things. We have really interesting conversations. And he plays board games with me. Not a lot anymore, in fairness. But he does play board games with me occasionally. So, yes. But he's got to grow up. And he's got to have his own space. Yeah, mint does take over the world, doesn't it? It's like a bamboo. That's another thing that takes over the world, isn't it? If you don't plant it in a pot. Foster me to you. Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that the Isle of Man had its own language. How very naive of me. What's the language based on? Like, is it sort of Celtic-y or is it French or, you know, I don't know. I mean, what sort of origins does it come from? I have mint in a pot outside. It returns every year, makes a nice tea. Mint and orange slice. I wish I liked herbal teas. Okay, you're still waiting to see that finished Doom helmet that Brendan was 3D printing. Okay, I'll have to get him to show you it. He's painted it and he's added some padding to it, but I don't know if it's finished. It could be one of these projects that he's got sidetracked and moved on from, but he might go back to it now that he's stuck home for the next however long. I'll talk to him about it. I'll see if he's finished it and then I can show you. I kept forgetting about that. Gaelic. Oh, okay. Gaelic. Isle of Man is more Gaelic. I'm enjoying learning my Welsh. I can understand more than I can say, but I guess that's standard with most languages. It's remembering the words and the phrases. But I can read a phrase or a sentence or what have you and go, oh yeah, I know what all that says. More than I can come up with it off the top of my head kind of thing. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying learning another language. Heading out. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Enjoyed today, Pippa and Lee. Well, it's lovely to have you join us, Butterbean Head. I'm actually going to do 5 minutes. You 5-minute warning, people. You've got 5 minutes, and then I'm leaving 5 minutes. It's like the children. I always give them a 5-minute warning, and then a 4-minute warning, and we work our way down to a 0-minute warning, and we're going. So they have plenty of time to prepare for me hoiking them out of the park at the end of the day. But yes, you've got a 5-minute warning, and then I need to find something else to do to occupy myself. And go and talk to Brendan about that helmet he's been making so that Tink can see a finished product. It's green, I know that much. He's painted it green. 30 minutes and I'll be haranguing the surgery. Yes, make sure you get that sorted, David. Don't let them, go another day without having got that sorted out. We may have killed the parsley. It's not come back since you acquired some. Oh, that's not good. But you know what? The parsley hasn't, well, it's doing better than the other things that I acquired from family members. But most of the herbs and stuff, what happened is a lot of them, when they came into the house, got warm and they started to thrive, but so did whatever bugs I had acquired with the herb. And so all the soil was infested with various flying buggy creatures. And then the plants started to die off because I think whatever these bugs were had woken up from the cold soil and decided to attack the plants. So I put them all outside. The parsley is, I think, the only one out of all of those herbs that seems to be doing all right. But I've put them all outside and I'm just hoping something will recover. If not, I'll have to acquire more herbs from people. But I'm sorry if we killed your parsley. David will email later. Righty ho, I shall wait for your email later, David, with comments on tonight's vlog. Tonight's vlog is mainly at the moment about all of us being positive, not being able to go out on my adventure, and there might be a musical interlude with some fast speed cleaning of my conservatory and discussing decking issues. It's basically what you've just heard here, but in vlog format with imagery, just to get heads up as to what's coming up next. We have a 4-minute warning, people. 4-minute warning. Your 4-minute warning, and I'm going off to do something else. It's going to be like those minutes that I give the kids that are not official minutes. They're a bit like a minute, and then I get talking to somebody, and then 5 minutes go past, and I suddenly say, oh, 3 minutes, and then another 5 minutes go past, and I go, 2 minutes, and then I go, I'm really cold. 1 minute. Hold on a minute. That was the shortest minute ever. Patrick, hello, hello. I'm going in a minute. I'm on a 3-minute warning. Are we on 3 minutes now? I think we've got to 3 minutes now, haven't we? I'm looking at the timer. It's looking at about 3 minutes. I'm on my 3-minute warning. I'm going in a minute. No, 3 minutes to be precise. Not PC to have a 2-minute warning right now with Putin. It's not one of those 2-minute warnings. Don't worry. There's no sirens. It's not one of those 2-minute warnings. Yeah, if it was one of those 2-minute warnings, you may as well go outside and watch the fireworks, to be honest. Because I don't think I'd like to live in that world anyway, but that's a whole different story. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks, Tink. I'm glad you remember these things, because I certainly never remember these things. Yeah, I'm sorry, Patrick. Yeah, it was just a spur of the moment thing, because I couldn't go out and see Mo today because I tested positive again. Negative, then positive. And Lee did exactly the same. He was negative yesterday and positive again today. So, yep, stuck home. I think the weekend is basically written off, and then we're both free Monday night. We are released on Sunday night we will be released at midnight. So just in time to go back to work. Actually, I'm looking forward to going back to work because I am not designed to just stay at home all the time. I need to get out and do things, and I mean, I've found things to do to occupy myself, like I said, spring cleaning and stuff, but it's not quite the same as going out in nature and having a walk in the beautiful weather. Oh, it's beautiful out there. It's so warm as well. I've been out in like a vest top all Well, not all afternoon, but you know, for a good couple of hours out there early. It was gorgeous. I think we're on a 2-minute warning now. 2 minutes. 2-minute warning, people. Yeah, I know it sucks, doesn't it, Patrick? But I kind of expected it. You watched the 100. You watched the 100. Yes, we watched 100. I think they redid it. We watched it yonks and yonks ago when whatever the first one was. But at least as they brought it back or something. Childcare minutes are very changeable. Yes, they are. No wonder kids can't tell the time or have any concept of time, because we mess with their minutes and their 5-minute warnings. For anyone who doesn't know, my sister is also a nanny. So she totally gets the childcare minutes are totally different to normal minutes. Anyway, was that a 1-minute warning? Are we on a 1-minute warning? I can't remember. Anywho, I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. Thank you very much for watching, you lovely lot. I'm glad I had so many people pop in for an ad hoc live stream. Sorry, it's just been a load of waffle, really. Nothing terribly exciting. But it was nice to touch base with you all for an hour on this lovely Friday afternoon. And I'm going to say goodbye because we've hit 1 hour and 1 minute. Right. I will see you all in my vlog later on. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Tink, my moderator, and thank you to all my lovely subscribers. I can't turn this off.